Another anime series that caught my eye is this one called Why Does Nobody Remember Me in This World? And yes, that is the title. And these anime titles are seriously getting long.
That's the one based on a light novel, right? I haven't read it, but I'm liking the 8 episodes so far in the anime.
Yeah, that's the same one. It's kind of hard to track all the fantasy elements of the show at first. You have this guy Kai who ends up in another version of his world when it gets mysteriously rewritten, and there's this huge war happening between 5 races, including demons, celestials, spirits, magical beasts, and humans. So yeah, there's a lot going on even when Kai ends up in this, I guess, like a multiverse version of his world, and the friends he knew don't recognize him.
I was a little confused at the beginning with the girl character Jean, who's disguised as a man in the new world. Or that's what I thought happened?
No, you're right. Jean or John is disguised as a man in this new world.
The action scenes are intense for sure. Even in the first few episodes, like when they face off against the demon Vanessa, that face-off felt like it could have been the series finale.
I got the same feelings too, although we know the series still keeps going after the Vanessa battle. The thing about this show is that if you look deeper, it starts to bring up questions about reality, and how do we know what is true and what isn't?
I don't think the show gets into that, at least so far.
True, and that's why I said we have to dig deeper into the subtext, or at least the assumptions that the storytellers make when they're constructing their narrative. In the series, we see Kai going from his home reality into an all-new one where he has no previous history of relationships. That's an incredibly lonely experience. Imagine if our lives were suddenly erased. So much of our lives and our experiences are formed by the relationships we nurture and the memories we cherish.
And it's really tough because Kai still has memories of his previous world. If he didn't, it would be a totally different situation. Like, he wouldn't be as bothered by his being in this new world where everything is being rewritten.
That hits on something too. I was just thinking about how we often create our identities in relation to something else or someone else. That means we're relational beings, as if we were designed to inherently be in relationship with others.
It would be lonely to not have anyone else. That would be so hard.
And yet we see all these news headlines about how the modern world is increasingly lonelier, even with social media and technology. But getting back to the series, I can see why Kai makes this adjustment to being in the new world quickly. He steps into a world that is at war with 5 different races, so there's an immediate purpose to his actions, decisions, and his very being. He meets Rene, this girl with angelic and demonic wings, and he finds Jean and his other friends. So having a purpose gives meaning to Kai and his storyline. Without that, he would be an uninteresting character.
So purpose is what makes his character relatable? Or are you saying that's a part of just storytelling?
Well, definitely the second, because for good writing, we need a main character who has a goal that he's moving toward. This gives you a track to start laying down, organizing, and connecting scenes that make up your overall story. But when we talk about purpose, perhaps in a more philosophical level, then what I'm saying is yes, we need that as well to orient our lives. And like Kai, we resonate with pursuing a purpose that goes beyond ourselves. We sacrifice for others. Because just focusing on fulfilling our own desires and needs often feels empty in the end, don't you think?
I totally agree. I mean, I can be selfish like anyone else, but deep down in my heart, I know I want to do things for the people I love and care about.
Spoken like a true hero.
Does that mean you're my sidekick? You can be Robin to my Batman.
Okay, we both know I'm more like Batman between the two of us.
I like you when you're dark and brooding. It's cute.